Far beyond the southern edge of the world lies an island shaped by ice, wind, and the relentless power of the sea.
Yet amid this frozen wilderness, life gathers in astonishing numbers.
Here, thousands upon thousands of penguins return each year, driven by one ancient instinct.
Every adult carries the memory of a journey measured not in miles, but in survival. And for every returning traveler, the journey ends where a new generation must begin.
Unlike many birds, king penguins build no nests. Instead, they place everything they have on a single, fragile beginning.
One egg, one chance, protected not by branches or grass, but by the warmth of a living body. A single careless movement could send the egg onto the freezing ground and end the promise of a new life.
Soon, the parents must divide their greatest responsibility between land and sea.
One parent leaves, the other stays behind.
Her destination is the open ocean, where food waits hundreds of kilometers from home.
Behind, a silent sentinel begins the longest wait.
As the weather turns, survival becomes a shared responsibility. Together, they become a living wall against the cold.
No king penguin can remain at the center forever. The birds must constantly rotate, sharing the warmth and the burden.
Those who face the storm eventually move inward. Those who have been protected take their turn in the cold.
For weeks, the fathers endure hunger, cold, and exhaustion, without abandoning the precious life beneath them. Far from the colony, the returning mother begins a journey into another world. She must dive into the darkness, where survival depends on speed, precision, and extraordinary endurance.
Below the waves, vast schools of lanternfish become a vital source of energy.
Every successful hunt brings her one step closer to the family waiting far away. Some dives take her deeper than 300 meters, into a world where pressure is immense and sunlight has nearly disappeared.
But beneath the surface, the hunter can quickly become the hunted.
A single mistake could end the journey before she ever reaches home. But instinct, speed, and experience give the penguin another chance.
After weeks at sea, the journey home finally begins. But returning is only half the challenge.
Among thousands of identical faces, sight is almost useless.
Instead, each family is connected by a voice, a unique signature recognized across the crowd.
And somehow, through thousands of voices, they find each other.
A reunion measured not by sight, but by recognition.
At last, the burden can be shared. And beneath the shelter of warmth, a new life finally emerges.
For the parents, the journey has only changed its form.
Now, the fragile young must learn to survive in a world that offers no guarantees.
But no chick faces the future alone.
Together, they create their own shelter, a nursery built from thousands of small bodies.
Here, the young gather in great creches, waiting for their parents to return from the sea.
But every nursery attracts opportunists.
For predators like skuas, a moment of weakness can become an opportunity.
Above them, giant petrels patrol the coastline, searching for the vulnerable. Protection begins with vigilance.
And once again, survival is strengthened by numbers. The penguins are not the only inhabitants of this extraordinary island. Along the coast, young fur seals learn the first lessons of life through play. But among these peaceful-looking giants, competition can be fierce.
For the largest males, territory means access to the future. Their battles are brutal displays of strength, fought for the right to command the shoreline. Here, different worlds collide along a single narrow strip of land.
And above it all, one of the greatest travelers on Earth rides the wind.
The wandering albatross can cross vast oceans, using the invisible highways of the wind.
But on South Georgia, the seasons are unforgiving.
As winter approaches, the young face their greatest challenge yet.
The creche becomes their fortress against the cold.
Inside the group, warmth is shared. Outside, the Antarctic winter waits.
And every returning parent carries more than food.
It carries the promise that the journey will continue.
For the young, every meal is precious energy for the long road ahead.
Day by day, the chicks grow stronger.
They learn to recognize voices, navigate crowds, and understand the language of their colony.
Soon, the sea that once seemed distant will become their greatest teacher.
The same ocean that feeds their parents will one day demand courage from them.
And with every stroke, a new generation begins to inherit an ancient skill.
On this remote island, life survives not because the world is gentle, but because life itself refuses to surrender. Every call, every journey, every shared moment is part of a larger story.
A story written in the language of instinct, family, and survival. And as one generation grows, another journey is already waiting beyond the horizon. In one of Earth's most unforgiving places, survival is never an individual achievement.
It is a story of endurance, cooperation, and love. A symphony of survival that continues.